Hi, I'm Dr. Kevin Harrison. I'm the lead pastor of Victorious Life Church in Waco, Texas. I came into contact with Spectrum Intelligence through my relationship with Ken Beck, who's a member of our church. I didn't realize what a resource that I had sitting in my congregation. I was so excited when I found out, because we got in a very difficult situation and we found out that we needed some help, and Spectrum Intelligence brought us the help that we needed. We were dealing with some significant employee issues, which ultimately resulted in some frivolous charges being filed against us with the police department. And we didn't know what to do at that point. You know, I'm a very trustworthy person. I was thinking to myself, you know, well, I'll just go down there and I'll speak to him, I'll tell him the truth, and everything's going to be okay. But we quickly learned that, you know, there was more of an agenda that was going on here, and that's why it was great that we found out who Ken was, what Ken could do for us. And so immediately our board contacted him and we got Ken involved in the situation. He immediately made contact with the police force, opening lines of communication. He contacted the various staff members we were having issues with. Even before we went into a major board meeting, he spoke with them, got a little bit of feedback so that he could bring back to the board so we could have a stronger level of expectation of what we could expect when they came in for the meeting itself. And so from that very foundational beginning there, he was very, very helpful in assisting us in this. As we continued on in the situation, we quickly realized it was going to be a little bit more involved than what we thought it was going to be at first. And so Ken got involved in the legal process, not only with the authorities then at this point, he was also working with an attorney that we had and working with the court system. An invaluable amount of resource that he brought to the table and information. I'll just tell you, as a pastor, there were points where I was sitting there thinking to myself, you know, I can't believe that I'm having to walk through this. And looking back, there's no way in the world that I would want to walk through it without having Ken back by our side. And so we really appreciated his effort and everything he did in keeping us aware of making sure that we got the legal information that we needed, even for our attorney. My attorney's a great attorney, but there were some things that he was not able to do and he couldn't bring to the table, and yet Ken Beck was able to go in and take care of all that information, get that to my attorney. So it was a great resource along those lines. If you find yourself in a difficult position, maybe you're facing legal matters, maybe you're dealing with difficult employee decisions that are going on, I highly recommend that you call the Spectrum Group, that you contact Ken Beck immediately. You may not need his services, but one thing you don't want to do is find out later on down the road that he could have saved you a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money, a lot of heartache and pain. So as a pastor, I highly recommend him to you. Please seek him out, give him a call, and I'm sure that he'll work with you in any way that he possibly can to make sure there's a quicker resolution brought that's more favorable for everyone.